We are following the saga of the Russian figure skating phenom who tested positive for a banned substance. We bring in USA Today sports columnist and ABC News contributor Christine Brennan for more. Christine, thanks so much for joining us. So Kamila Valieva was the breakout star of these games. She landed that first quad by a woman at the Olympics, so amazing. But to what extent does this positive test mar that accomplishment?
Deirdre, I think it mars it tremendously. In fact, we found out today that the International Olympic Committee is now part of an appeal to get her basically kicked out of the Olympic Games. They do not want her to compete. This is doping at its worst. And while she's 15, and I think we're all sympathetic to her in the sense that it's hard to believe that she did this, but that her coach or other adults around her did it. You either have decided as an entity, the Olympic Games have decided that they're against doping. You're for it or you're against it. And if you're against it, you have to have penalties, and they have to be severe. And so we will see what plays out over the next few days. The women's short program is Tuesday, so that's the deadline. But the IOC has made it clear now they believe she should not be competing, that she should be suspended. And my guess would be that would then lead to the U.S. winning the gold medal in the team competition if Russia is disqualified. It's a very big deal. It's a substance that is performance enhancing. That is the very definition of cheating. And even though, again, she's 15, it's just such a terrible set of circumstances, but you've got to stick to the rules. And Russia doping, obviously, is something that has been on top of mind for 10 years now. And here we are again.
Yeah, Christine, I was going to mention that because in the past, Russian athletes have been plagued by these scandals, and they don't compete under the Russian flag as it is. And you said this has been going on for 10 years. Was that really enough of a deterrent? Because it would seem, at least in this particular instance, that the answer to that question is no.
The answer is no. You're absolutely right, Deirdre. When you keep slapping Russia on the wrist and saying, don't do that again, and then, oh, you can't have your flag or your anthem, and we can't call you Russia, even though obviously we do, but it's the Russian Olympic Committee, and that's the punishment. It's ridiculous. Frankly, the International Olympic Committee, this was a disaster waiting to happen. When you do not throw the book at a country that is cheating. We're not talking about like Lance Armstrong in the United States, which was terrible, the worst drug cheat ever. Lance was not part of a state-supported system. The country was not saying everyone dope. Russia, it is a state-supported doping system, and that started with Sochi in 2014. That's why they have been, quote unquote, banned from the Olympics, yet not banned. And here we are. If you don't really punish them, if you don't throw the book at them, they're going to come back. And sure enough, of all nations to have this doping violation right in the middle of these Olympics, I'm sure that the Chinese organizers are just beside themselves, because right now this is exploding and basically just kind of swallowing up the Olympic Games, as often these stories do. And of course, there's other athletes, and we're talking about that. But this is a distraction and a problem that Chinese organizers did not want. And now here it is, front and center, thanks to Russia.
So do you think that the Chinese hosts are going to change the way that they're testing? Are they going to test more athletes? Do you think this is going to change something on the ground now?
Probably not. It's a great idea. I think there should be much more enhanced testing. But I think that the Olympic testing is set up, and it's actually done through the World Anti-Doping Agency and also international testing, which is very much a part of running the anti-doping for the Olympic Games. So it's all set up, and it's international in scope. But what I think this shows the International Olympic Committee is that their kind of quasi-half punishment isn't working. And Russia is just flaunting it. And now we'll see what happens. And it obviously is a story that we'll be watching all the way through the women's figure skating competition.
You're right, though, Christine. This has stolen a lot of the oxygen in the room, unfortunately. Christine Brennan, thank you.
Thank you very much, Deirdre.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.